So, with my bombshell video about how the devil's advocate relates to Charlie Kirk through Charlize Theron's character, Charlize Theron, of course, being like Charlie's throne, and part of the film being shot in Trump Tower, and Trump Tower being partially designed by Kirk's father. Not to mention the Kirk event happening 10,190 days after The Devil's Advocate's release, I decided to look more into the numbers around this film. And yes, that really should be a bombshell video, especially given how Charlize Theron sticks the mirror shard into her neck right where Kirk supposedly got it. But I digress. So playing with the numbers, I went forward 666 days from the Devil's Advocate release, which lands on August 14th, 1999, when Lane Kirkland died at 77. Remember, 77 equals World Trade Center and Pentagon. So already just going 666 days from The Devil's Advocate release date, a film that is obviously connected to Charlie Kirk, we find another connection, Lane Kirkland. And this is Kirkland here. It says he was an American Mariner, sort of like the Seattle Mariners. And that he was an American labor union leader who served as president of the AFL-CIO from 1979 to 1995. And wouldn't you know it, just like Charlie Kirk was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Trump, Kirkland was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by Clinton. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the date that Clinton awarded him that medal. Everything just said 1994. But from Kirkland's death to Charlie Kirk's supposed death, 95, 24 days. 95 plus 24 is 119 for your backwards 9/11. And for yet another Charlie Kirk connection, 9 times 5 is 45. 2 times 4 is 8. So you have your 45. Trump is the 45, 47 president. And your 5/8. Remember that Erica and Charlie Kirk were married on 5/8. And from Kirkland's death in the same year to Kirk's 27 days. Remember, the 27th day of the year is 127, like Buildings 127, like 12/7, the Pearl Harbor date. Also 3 weeks, 6 days for your 36. Kind of funny how all these dates always line up, isn't it? Now this is where it gets even more interesting. If we go 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days from the Devil's Advocate release, we land on June 4th, 1998. Now, who was Timothy McVeigh's partner in crime? Terry Nichols. And why am I talking about Terry Nichols, you might ask? Well, U.S. District Court Judge Richard P. Match had the option of giving Nichols a sentence of life imprisonment or a lesser term. On June 4th, 1998, he sentenced Nichols to life in prison without parole on the conspiracy conviction, calling Nichols an enemy of the Constitution who had conspired to destroy everything the Constitution protects. June 4th, 1998. Once again connected to the Devil's Advocate by the 666 code. Nichols also received a concurrent 48-year sentence, so he can, get that backwards 84 in there. On February 26, 1999, a federal appeals court affirmed Nichols' conviction and sentence, so we can again get that 226 future Michelle Trachtenberg death date, and original Twin Tower bombing date in there too. Remember, he was responsible for the Oklahoma City bombing. Also of note, Nichols married 17-year-old Marife Torres from the Philippines, whom he met through a mail-order bride agency. Nichols and Torres frequently visited the Philippines. He sometimes traveled to the Philippines alone while she remained in Kansas. Now, why is this interesting? Because I Know What You Did Last Summer was released on the same date, October 17th, 1997, as The Devil's Advocate. And it starred Ryan Philippe, like the Philippines. And look at his birth date, 9/10, Charlie Kirk. Anyway, something else notable that happened on June 4th, 98. Miguel Montuore, Argentine soccer forward, dies at 65. And look at how many games he played for Fiorentina. 162 games. 6/11 is the 162nd day of the year. You're upside down, 9/11. And Fiorentina just so happens to equal 666 in Sumerian. You're 111 in ordinal. Remember, 9/11 leaves 111 days remaining in the year. And Miguel's name in Gematria, you're upside down, 9/11/01 in reverse Sumerian. Also, the 192nd day of the year is 7/11 for your 77 World Trade Center Pentagon number. And again, if you want a Charlie Kirk connection, because again, these are all connections going 666s from the Devil's Advocate release. In Chaldean, there's your 5/8, Erica and Charlie wedding date. Now, what happens if we go 6 years, 6 months, and 6 weeks from the Devil's Advocate release date? We land on JFK's birthday in 2004. And on that date, not only was the World War II memorial dedicated in Washington, D.C., but, strangely enough, 2 Watergate lawyers, Archibald Cox and Samuel Dash, both died on the same day. And remember, the Devil's Advocate is all about lawyers. Archibald Cox here, AC like Antichrist. And Samuel Dash, who was born on 2/27. Remember, the 227th day of the year, August 15th, is when the WOW signal connected to Atlas was discovered. And 227 can also always be 47 because 2 times 2 is 4. So check out Archibald Cox with the junior added for his full name. Standard, 9/11. Latin, you're upside down, 9/11/01. Your 88 Trump portal infinity number in reverse reduction. And again, 128 can be a backwards 6/11, upside down 9/11 because 2 times 8 is 16. Now, if you want to top out junior, your 88 Trump number over here becomes 110 for the amount of stories in each of the World Trade Center towers. And the reduction number becomes your 88 Trump portal number. Samuel Joseph Dash, 1262 in Latin. Your 126 is an important number, and so is the 262. 8/16, Elvis death date. And just plain Dash gives you your 216/84 in reverse satanic. And Archibald in reverse Sumerian, you're 111. You're 12/8, which again can be a backwards 6/11, upside down 9/11. And if we go from their death date to the date of the Charlie Kirk incident, You get your big 777 number with a backwards 47, Trump the 45, 47 president. You got your 111 over here with the 0, 4 days, 4 times that, you get your 444. I mean, what are the odds that 2 Watergate lawyers would die on the exact same date, and that would be on JFK's birthday, and 666 time frame after the devil's advocate about lawyers? For real. Anyway, since Kirk was supposedly taken out on 9/10, I decided to play with that too. So from the release of the devil's advocate, going forward 9 years, 10 days, lands on October 27th, 2006. Of course, 10/27, you drop the 0 and it's buildings 1, 2, and 7, or 12/7, Pearl Harbor. So what happened on that date? Joe Niekro, American baseball pitcher, National League wins leader in 1979, 79 like Trump, dies from an aneurysm at 61. Marlon McKeever, American NFL linebacker, LA Rams, dies from injuries suffered in a fall at 66, your twin number. This is Joe Niekro, born 11/7 in Ohio, so your Ohio connection. And his team was the Minnesota Twins, for the Twins connection. Marlon McKeever, MM, your twin 13s, born the first of the year, 1940. Thomas, his middle name, so another twin connection there. And McKeever's full name equals your 11/7, which is the date that Joe Niekro was born on, and he died the same day. Not to mention, of course, 7 times 11 is your 77 World Trade Center Pentagon number. Take out the middle name and we get the 8 times 11 portal date in Latin. 7/19 in reverse satanic. Remember, July 19th is the date that Flight 232 crashed, and it's the reverse date of Trump's birthday. Joseph Franklin Niekro, 10/4. The One World Trade Center has 104 floors. 10/10. We know that's connected to Charlie Kirk via the Emerson Drive music video. And just plain Joe Niekro, which is what he went by, gives us our 10/2 Donnie Darko date and our backwards 2/16/84 in Sumerian. And just so you know, while I notice them, I don't mention every single number. Like, yes, this can be a backwards 842, but if I mention every number, it'll take forever. So from 10/27/06 to the Kirk event, 6893 days. 68 plus 93 is 161 for your 611 or upside down 911 number. 18 plus 10 plus 14 equals 42. And of course, this one right here is fully loaded because it's your 2/26 Michelle Trachtenberg death date, original World Trade Center bombing date, with a 6/14 Trump birthday. Add them up and it also equals 240 for your backwards 42, and the 240th day of the year is August 28 for your 28 forward, 28 backwards. And in the same year, from Kirk date to 10/27, 47 days for Trump's presidency, 7 times 11, 77, the World Trade Center Pentagon number, and also, remember, Joe Niekro was born on 11/7 and played for the Twins. Now, something else happened on this date that was even more interesting. In the World Series, St. Louis beat the Detroit Tigers 4-2 for your 42 in Game 5 at Busch Stadium to win the Cardinals' 10th title. MVP Cardinals infielder David Eckstein. And of course, the name Eckstein immediately makes me think of the name Epstein. Now look at the birthday, 1/20/1953. Well, what are the odds that David Eckstein would also be born on 1/20? Because he was in the year 75. So from Epstein's birth to Eckstein's 35 days. 3 plus 5 is 8 for your 88 Trump portal number. 22 years apart, the 22nd prime number is 79 for Trump's current age. From Eckstein's birth to Epstein's supposed death on the 222nd day of the year for the order out of chaos as above so below date. 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 7 plus 3 is 19, your big occultic 19 number. You have your 44 kill number here with your mixed up 162, 216 numbers. And 534 plus 21 is your 555 number. Eckstein's last MLB appearance was October 3rd, 2010. From then to the death of Epstein, 33 days. 3 times 2 times 3 times 3 is 54 for your backwards 4-5. 8 plus 10 plus 7 is 25 for the year that Charlie Kirk was taken out. And 106 plus 7 is 113. 3 times 11, you're 33. David Mark Eckstein, you're 110 for the World Trade Center floors, and your 111 number in Latin. Remove the middle name, you get your 126 number. 81, 81st day of the year is 322 Skull and Bones. Here it is again. And in the same year, the births of both Epstein and Eckstein to the Charlie Kirk date. 7 months, 21 days, which of course is your backwards buildings 1, 2, and 7, or 12/7 Pearl Harbor date. Never think that doing these things backwards is a stretch. Satanists love doing things backwards. It's why the hard rock thing, you could listen to your records backwards and hear satanic messages. It's why you can hear Obama say what he does. I'm not going to repeat it. But thank you, S. You know what I'm talking about. And I almost forgot to show this, but from former Minnesota Twin Joe Niekro's birth to his death, 61 years, 11 months, 20 days. You got your upside down 9/11/01 and your 11/20 Erica Kirk birth date. Remember, the Devil's Advocate, all about the Charlie Kirk connections. And I'm finding these connections through that film. And in the days, 3 times 4 is 12. So this right here would be a backwards 216, 8-4. And if you go 22 years from 84, you land in 2006, the day in which Niekro died, the year. And here is something else that happened on that date. The last Ford Taurus was made at the Ford Assembly Plant in Hapeville, Georgia. And I'll show you why this was important in a minute. But first, Ford Taurus gives us again our buildings 127 or 127 Pearl Harbor date number, 44 kill number, and our 8x1188 portal trump number. It was a silver 2007 model year car purchased by Truett Cathy, the founder of Chick-fil-A. Truett Cathy, again with the kill number, the 611 upside down 911 number, 816 Elvis death date in reverse Sumerian, and the 320th day of the year is the upside down 911, 1116. And Truett Cathy died in Clayton County, Georgia, the CC 33, on 9/8/2014. From his death to Kirk's phony one, 25, 59 days. 25 plus 59 is, of course, year 84. Also, 5 plus 5 is 10, so 9/10 in the year 25. And here we have another 84, and if you add 2 to 84, it's 86, and they 86'd Charlie Kirk. Now, why is the last Ford Taurus, at the time, they did eventually bring it back, but why is it important? Because if we go 9 years, 10 weeks from the release of The Devil's Advocate, we land on December 26th, 2006. And December 26th, 2006 was the death date of Gerald Ford, the 38th president who served from 74 to 77. So he's got both the 77 and the backwards 47. And look at who Gerald Ford's vice president was. Nelson Rockefeller. You know what family he's part of. And he died on that important 126 number in 79. And from Gerald Ford's death to Kirk's 68, 33 days, you've got your 33 along with your 86. 33 plus 68 is 101. And the 101st prime number is 547. Trump is the 47 president. And the 101st day of the year is April 11th. 4 times 11, 44, the kill number. In Gematria, Gerald Ford's full name gives you 10-4. Remember, there are 104 floors in the One World Trade Center. And in Sumerian, 12-7 with a 2 at the end. 9/11 was like the second Pearl Harbor. And earlier, before I forget, when I mentioned the 777 number, like 222, it also can equal order out of chaos in the Latin cipher. So yeah, the Devil's Advocate connects to a lot of different things, and it connects to Charlie Kirk in a very big way. I'm sure there's a lot more there, but I don't need to look into it right now. And I still can't help but feel that my Orem 910 Twin Peaks Charlie Kirk video was a bit rushed, so I might redo it. I'm thinking about it. Either way, I've got some big stuff coming up. So thank you for watching, and all glory to God.